I'd like to thank you for joining us for this important event in our nation's capital. My name is عسقول, and I am a proud Druze-American. I was born in Soweda, in a small town called Slain, which means safe. For centuries, caravans traveling between the city of Damascus and the Arabian Peninsula would feel safe and secure once they reached Slain. That is how my town got its name, and that's where my story begins. First though, let me tell you about my community, the Druze people. The Druze are a small monotheistic ethno-religious community located mostly in Syria, Lebanon, and Israel. Druze society has long embraced culture of education, coexistence, and tolerance. Our people have been living in Soweda for centuries. In the south part of Syria. In 2016, the Syrian government estimated the population of Soweda to be 500,000, while more recent assessments suggest 350,000 residents remain. Druze, Christians, and Bedouins have lived side by side in Soweda for many generations, with only occasional disputes which have been resolved peacefully through local mediation. The Druze society in Soweda is characterized by secular traditions. Polygamy is not permitted, women are not bound by strict clothing codes, and are strongly encouraged to pursue higher education. I'm proud of my 3 sisters who earned degrees in pharmacy, business, and English literature. My wife also is a physician, and her 3 sisters are college graduates. I'd like to highlight to my fellow Syrians that the Druze community was always ready to support those who suffered crimes perpetrated by the brutal Assad regime. No matter ethnicity or religion, anyone in Syria in need of safety or assistance was welcomed by the Druze community in the name of humanity and protection of those under duress. This was a moral stance by our people in the last decade during the Syrian civil war and even in the years before that. The Druze has sought to survive the often hostile ideologies and regimes around them by remaining close-knit, relying on one another, and limiting outside interactions to protect their community. Our faith has fewer rituals. The focus is on the spiritual and behavioral aspects of life. The 2 main Druze pillars are being truthful and protecting your community. These principles are the reason I'm here today, to share the truth and help protect my people. While the fall of Assad regime has given many Syrians hope, the interim government has so far decided to use its military power in many areas to instill fear and terror. Ladies and gentlemen, in May of this year, a recording insulting the Prophet Muhammad spread through Syria. Someone falsely claimed it was made by a Druze man. The rumor ignited a storm. Protests erupted quickly, growing into sectarian hostilities. On university campuses, Druze students were singled out, harassed, and beaten. When haunting video captured the panic, hundreds of students rushing out of their dormitories in Aleppo, carrying small bags, some clutching books, others holding hands, their faces filled with fear. The long lines of young men and women spilling into the streets looked like less like a campus crowd and more like a war scene.